The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted.
I told you. I know.
They didn't change the recipe like they said they were going to!
Greetings, my friend.
So for a tasty treat that's good to eat, try Soylent Green. Soylent Green is Soylent Green, made from the best stuff on earth.
WNYX News Time.
I haven't been very nice. I should have offered you something, Mr. Thorne.
If I'd had the time, I would have asked for it.
Oh, hi there. My name is Prostetnic Vogon Jeffs, and in this video I'm talking about the surprisingly relevant 1973 dystopian thriller, Soylent Green. Directed by Richard Fleischer from a screenplay by Stanley Greenberg, Soylent Green is a loose adaptation of the 1966 book Make Room by Harry Harrison. The story revolves around a murder investigation within a dying world of the future, or a dying world of the past for everyone watching this post-2022? Which should be everyone. I mean, if you're watching this video prior to 2022, I'd like to know how. How? I mean, listen, I get it. Linear time is a human construction, and maybe our understanding of temporal existence is flawed, and okay, you know what? This is a discussion for another video. Oh my god. Soylent Green stars Charlton Heston, Lee Taylor-Young, Brock Peters, Chuck Connors, and Edward G. Robinson in his final film performance. It released to generally favorable reviews and received several awards for being a pretty damn good sci-fi flick. Not that movie awards mean anything, but you get what I'm putting down. Again, that's a subject for another time.
Awards all around.
Okay, well, what else do we need to know? Well, you might be asking what the word Soylent means. We can get this out of the way fairly quickly. It's a portmanteau. It's a combination of the words soy and lentil, which is funny because Soylent Green is actually made of—
Whoa, what are you doing?
What?
Now, don't what me. I know what you're up to.
I thought it would be funny.
To ruin the movie? You thought it would be funny to spoil one of cinema's greatest twist endings? You haven't even dropped the spoiler warning yet.
Oh, please. Darth Vader is Luke's father, Malcolm Crowe is a ghost, Verbal Kint is Kaiser Soze, and Soylent Green is made of— Alright, so the movie starts with a 2-minute photo montage that tells the story of the population boom of the late 19th and 20th centuries. But our story begins proper in the year 2022. The place? New York City. The population? 40 million. Robert Thorne is a detective for the New York Police Department. He lives in a small apartment with Saul, his elderly friend and co-worker. Saul helps Thorne with his cases. He's what's known as a police book, a researcher. He laments the destruction of the food chain and blames quote-unquote scientific magicians for their current state of affairs.
Why, in my day, you could buy meat anywhere. Eggs they had, real butter.
The decimation of plant and animal life, overpopulation, pollution, global warming.
A heat wave all year long. The greenhouse effect. Everything is burning up.
Civilization is on the brink of collapse. Thorne heads out for his night shift, and we cut to the grimy streets of New York. A mysterious man named Donovan meets with Gilbert, a local resident, to hand over a crowbar or a meat hook or whatever you want to call it, which he then uses to breach the perimeter of a high-end apartment complex. Gilbert slips past the guards and makes his way to the room of William Simonson, a wealthy lawyer or politico, something along those lines.
What do you want?
Mr. Simonson.
Gilbert delivers a message to Simonson, who seems all too aware of his impending assassination and remarkably complacent.
They told me to say that they were sorry, but that you had become unreliable. They can't risk catastrophe, they say.
They're right.
After Simonson's murder, Thorne shows up to investigate. He's met by the building's concierge/pimp, Charles, along with Simonson's bodyguard, Tab Fielding, and concubine, Cheryl.
Furniture?
Yes.
Simonson's?
Personal or building?
Okay, let's do a bit of housekeeping to temper confusion. We've covered the pollution and overpopulation stuff, but society has basically split between the haves and the have-nots. The poor folk have nothing and live in the streets, small apartments if they're lucky. The rich live in luxury penthouses and have access to hot water, real food, air conditioning, video games, and so on. Many women prostitute themselves out for a chance to live in these luxurious accommodations, and these women are known as furniture. Wow. They are employed by individuals or, in the case of Cheryl, by the property managers, and treated, well, more or less like furniture. Thorne interrogates Tab and Cheryl while simultaneously pilfering as much as he can from the penthouse. He openly steals food and alcohol while marveling at the ease of which he can access clean water. He fills a pillowcase full of loot and then hitches a ride home with the body disposal sanitation workers. Thorne shares his stolen gains with Saul, included with which are 2 oceanographic survey reports from the Soylent Corporation. Saul gets emotional, nostalgic for the world he once knew, before spouting a seemingly innocuous remark.
I should have gone home long ago.
Come on, I need you.
Minor spoiler, going home does not mean going home. Heading into the police station, Thorne meets with his boss, Detective Chief Hatcher. He informs his commander that he believes the Simonson murder was an assassination.
1, the alarm system was out of order for the first time in 2 years. 2, the bodyguard was conveniently out shopping. 3, the punk didn't take anything. And 4, the punk was no punk. He used a meat hook instead of a gun to make it look like a punk.
After a quick chuckle about how much shit Thorne stole from Simonson, Hatcher continues prodding his detective for information.
Who did the inside work? For my money, it's the bodyguard.
Thorne tails Tab to his apartment and waits for him to leave. He makes his way up to the security guard's unit where he meets Martha, Tab's furniture. She's caught off guard by the detective's arrival and does her best to hide a jar of red jelly, but the clever detective pulls a fast one and snags the spoon she was using.
Son of a bitch.
Back at their apartment, Thorne and Saul treat themselves to a special meal made from Simonson's foodstuffs. This scene is devoid of dialogue, and one of the many examples of great visual storytelling in this movie. Thorne has no recollection of the way the world once was, but Saul does. They begin their meal with a few pieces of lettuce, something that Thorne isn't terribly impressed with. Saul, on the other hand, savors every bite. It's lettuce, it's flavorless. To Thorne, it's nothing special, but to Saul, it's a wonderful reminder of what food was like before the world went to shit. They enjoy some beef stew and some apples and some booze, and for a brief moment, they're happy.
Never ate like this. And now you know what you've been missing.
After their meal, Saul shares what he's learned about Simonson. A former lawyer, William Simonson had long-standing connections with the governor, and was a member of the Soylent Corporation's board of directors.
The board of Soylent?
Soylent controls the food supply for half the world. Their products, such as Soylent Red and Soylent Yellow, are high-energy vegetable concentrates. Soylent Green, their newest product, is a miracle food of high-energy plankton gathered from the oceans of the world. Thorne then gets Saul to taste the spoon he stole from Martha.
Strawberries,
$150 per jar, a 21st century delicacy. Thorne heads back out to continue his investigation, but soon realizes he's being followed. He ducks into an alley and calls Chief Hatcher, who just so happens to be meeting with Donovan.
That was Thorne. It's a damn good cop.
Appreciate the difficulty, Ed.
Who just so happens to be an associate of the governor.
What a twist!
Realizing that he won't be able to get any work done while dealing with a massive adrenaline boner, Thorne heads back to Simonson's apartment to bang some furniture. He's surprised to find that Cheryl is hosting a girls' night for the other building whores, but remains undeterred.
On the bed, huh?
He questions the furniture and she tells him that her former boss, owner, lover, all of the above, I guess. Whatever. Simonson had recently taken her to church. Cheryl isn't sure why, but she also divulges that she had caught him crying too.
Ha! Gay!
Something was clearly weighing on his mind, just like something was weighing on Thorne's crotch. So the horny detective takes her to the pumping station. Okay, I gotta rein this nonsense in. Oh man, this is my favorite part of the movie. Thorne and Cheryl finish humping and he's about to take off, but Cheryl is like, you could stay a while, you could wash up. And then Thorne says, I got work. And Cheryl goes, I don't want to be alone. You could take a shower and let the water run as long as you like. Now, in most movies like this, the hard-nosed detective would walk out of the door and get back to work. But not Robert Thorne.
You got hot water here.
Very hot.
He's so desperate to escape his squalor that he immediately 180s it.
I'll rub you down afterwards.
All right.
I'm not knocking the logic of it. I'm not saying it's out of character. I just love how he instantly gets excited like a kid on Christmas morning and pretty much gives his investigation the middle finger.
What about breakfast?
Anything you like.
Strawberries.
Right, well, after that, he heads to Simonson's church and talks to a priest. This guy is a wreck. Whatever Simonson confessed has been eating away at him.
Father, did you hear his confession?
I can't help you. Forgive me. It's destroying me.
Unfortunately, Thorne can't get anything out of him. All he knows is that whatever it was bad enough to mentally cripple a dude who spends his life hearing people confess terrible things. Back at the police station, Chief Hatcher tells Thorne the Simonson case is closed, but Thorne refuses to give up his investigation.
Look, you sign this and I'll bury it.
Like hell you will.
A member of the board of directors of the Soylent Corporation was torn apart with a meat hook.
Sign it. I'll cover for you.
I won't put my job in the line for you, Hatcher. Well, not my damn job!
So, the governor gets Donovan to tie up loose ends. Tab is sent to kill the priest, which he does with ease. Gilbert is sent to kill Thorne, which he is unable to accomplish because of a riot caused by a Soylent Green shortage. Gilbert manages to shoot Thorne in the leg before being crushed by a crowd control scoop. Rightfully pissed off, Thorne pays Tab and Martha a visit and beats the shit out of both of them. And this scene has one of the best, most underrated movie quotes of all time. Thorne has just finished giving Tab a whoopin', and he leans over and says,
How much did they pay you for that one, Tiger? Did Soylent buy your strawberries?
God, I love that line. Meanwhile, Saul heads to the Supreme Exchange. It's like a library for books. Okay, no, I see what I did there. I don't mean actual books. Well, I do. It's a library, obviously, but it's run by police researchers like Saul. You know, books. Anyway, like Saul, these folks are former professors and judges and the like. He hands over the Soylent Oceanographic Survey reports because they tell a chilling tale. With the help of his fellow books, Saul uncovers the truth. It's not stated explicitly, but the assumption in this scene is that the oceanographic survey reports conflict with the official narrative regarding the ingredients of Soylent Green.
And why are they doing this?
Because it's easier. I think expedient is the word.
Simonson had discovered this as well, and the other board members didn't feel he could be trusted to keep quiet, so they had him killed.
Good God.
What God, Mr. Root? Where will we find him?
Perhaps at home.
The truth is so unsettling for Saul that he decides it's time to go home. And as mentioned previously, home doesn't mean home. It means the local Kevorkian clinic, brought to you by the government of Canada.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey.
Thorne gets back to his apartment and finds a note from Saul. He rushes to the death clinic to try to stop his friend, but he's too late. Saul has already consumed the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah!
And begun his outgoing IMAX experience. The two men share a touching goodbye.
I love you, Thorne. I love you so.
And both are mesmerized by the beauty of a world that once was. With his dying breath, Saul tells Thorne of his recent revelation and tasks him with proving it to the world. Thorne infiltrates the disposal bay of the death hospital and hitches a ride with some dead bodies. He rides the garbage truck into a Soylent facility where he discovers the horrifying secret that broke his best friend. And I know that this isn't a surprise for 99% of you guys, but Soylent Green is made of people. Thorne is spotted and chased through the processing plant. He fights his way out and returns to the Supreme Exchange, where he is ambushed by Tab and a group of gun-toting goons. A shootout ensues, and Thorne takes a bullet to the back. He hobbles his way into the church and dukes it out with Tab. And just as he is about to meet his maker, Thorne finds a conveniently placed knife and stabs Tab with a sharp jab to his belly flab. Chief Hatcher arrives with paramedics, but it might be too late for the injured detective. He urges his boss to tell them.
Tell him what?
It's people. Soylent Green is made out of people.
He needs Hatcher to tell the books at the Supreme Exchange.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing, they'll be breeding us like cattle.
Oh my God, they're hurting us like cattle.
He needs the world to know.
You gotta tell them Soylent Green is people!
The end.
Soylent Green is still made out of people!
So, what have we learned from Soylent Green? Well, for starters, we've learned that environmental doomerism is nothing new for Hollywood or science fiction, and it's almost always laughably wrong. I'm of two minds when it comes to this kind of dystopian sci-fi. On one hand, I appreciate the apocalyptic creativity. I enjoy the fantastical what-if worlds that talented writers and directors have produced. And I think these kinds of movies provide a fertile landscape for discussing the human condition. Simultaneously, the cynical side of me can acknowledge that a lot of these movies are nothing more than fear-mongering propaganda. I think Soylent Green straddles the line here, and is made more palatable by our distance from its antiquated science. One of the things the movie nails, in a roundabout way, is the degradation of our food supply.
Tasteless, odorless crud.
While we haven't reached the cannibalistic climax of a Soylent society, our current situation is still pretty f***ing concerning. Without going down the anti-red meat bug-eating rabbit hole, we can acknowledge the processed foods epidemic that is killing hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people every year. North America finds itself in the epicenter of a nutritional nightmare that produces pudding-packed pudgmos at an alarming rate. But it's not because the greenhouse effect has stymied traditional food production. It's because a nutritionally illiterate population has been taken advantage of by morally dubious corporations.
It's not bad.
You don't know any better.
The lower class is lured towards questionable consumables, priced out of, or educated out of, healthy quality diets. We aren't living in the world of Soylent Green.
You are looking at what a witness says is a man eating a detached leg.
Okay, most of us aren't living in the world of Soylent Green. Yet. But there are numerous parallels that make the movie feel suspiciously relevant.
Hold still, there's more.
One could make the argument that fear-mongering narratives are essential for change, that the only way to incite action is by lighting a bonfire under everyone's ass, which might very well be correct from an efficacy standpoint. But I think it's worth noting that constant doomerism can also have the opposite effect.
Something stinks here.
I can only speak for myself, though I'm sure there are others who would agree, but I'm just done with it. I literally could not care less about global warming. The media and the scientific community might be right. They might be wrong. At this point, I honestly don't give a flying f***.
Get off my back!
I've had enough of wildly incorrect predictions and holier-than-thou finger-pointing and guilt-laden emotional appeals. I am numb to it. That being said, I think Soylent Green is an awesome movie. Charlton Heston is always fun to watch, and the retro-futurist aesthetic of the film is charming in retrospect. Some of the production choices, that were clearly the result of budgetary constraints, have inadvertently helped create a unique and disturbing world. And the combination of prefab sets and on-location shooting give the film a surreal quality that accentuates the overall mood. Lee Taylor Young and Edward G. Robinson turned in some great performances, especially the latter. The relationship between Heston and Robinson, or rather Thorne and Saul, feels genuine and measured. Their ability to express love for each other is touching and helps ground the movie.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty sick of you.
Yes, but you love me.
The language of the script, like the use of the word furniture for women like Cheryl, is frighteningly simplistic and effective, in a movie that manages to be both blunt and subtle. And that ending is an absolute all-time classic. It's definitive and ambiguous at the same time. It's great. It's a fantastic movie. Go check it out.
Well, look at me. It's a fantastic movie. Go check it out.
Shut up.
I don't need much to live on anymore. I just eat tuna out of the can and live in the car.
How much did they pay you for that one, Tiger? Does Soylent buy your strawberries?